Welcome back, fight fans. Welcome back. Let's just dig right into it. Now, a lot of speculation has been brewing, and all this fake bias, new media, these LDBC fangirls are all over Anthony Joshua with all this biased coverage, basically stating that he doesn't want to fight Wilder. Wilder's the biggest, baddest guy in heavyweight. And you have to realize that Deontay Wilder has just been thoroughly outboxed and, in my opinion, beaten by Tyson Fury. Let's just be honest and unbiased. Now, the real reason why Deontay Wilder is no longer interested in facing Anthony Joshua, we'll get right into that. And the reason why we'll get right into it is because Anthony Joshua has just basically been calling Deontay Wilder out over and over again. Now, this is something that Anthony Joshua has stated at the Canelo Alvarez versus Rocky Fielding fight. This is his direct quote. "Come see me. I'll pay you way more than you've ever earned before and a chance at 4 belts. We'll guarantee a flat fee. Look at upside as well. Incentivize him so he can stop running his mouth and promoting the fight." That is a direct quote from Anthony Joshua. Now, let's be honest and unbiased. Why would Deontay Wilder suddenly have no interest in the Anthony Joshua fight? Because he'll still get paid more in the Anthony Joshua fight than he would against Tyson Fury. Fact. He'd be unified champion of the world if he could beat Anthony Joshua. Fact. He'd be undisputed champion of the world. Matter of fact. Fact. He'd be the man. So why would he not want Anthony Joshua all of a sudden? And that reason is abundantly clear. And that is, he knows that he would lose to Anthony Joshua. When he fought Tyson Fury, a lot of people called me crazy and said, "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know boxing." And I called it before anyone else did. And I was completely unbiased and honest about what I saw in Tyson Fury. I knew that Tyson Fury had the skills and the boxing ability to overcome a one-trick pony. A guy who only has one big shot and no other boxing abilities. People would saying I was biased. They was saying that I didn't know what I was talking about, and you saw that unfold. You basically need a lucky punch to end the night. Now, if Tyson Fury had any real power, Tyson Fury could have ended Deontay Wilder's night very early. Now, Tyson Fury did hurt Wilder at points, but he doesn't have elite knockout power at heavyweight. And that doesn't mean he can't knock out Wilder. He needs an accumulation of punches to knock out Wilder. He needs to be engaged more. But the more you engage against a guy like Deontay Wilder, since he only needs one shot to put you down, you give him more opportunities to land that one shot. So it's a very contrasting way of how you go about defeating him. And I believe Tyson Fury was robbed against Deontay Wilder. But if we're being honest and unbiased about the situation, if Anthony Joshua fought Deontay Wilder, this is what Deontay Wilder fears. He understands that Anthony Joshua fights way better than him boxing-wise. He understands that Anthony Joshua has way better boxing ability. And then you hear a lot of biased fanboys coming out stating, well, Anthony Joshua isn't on the level of Tyson Fury boxing-wise. That's absolutely correct. But what you're overlooking is that you don't have to be on Tyson Fury's boxing level to outbox Deontay Wilder. Gerald Washington, El Gallo Negro, outboxed Deontay Wilder for multiple rounds before he was stopped. But Gerald Washington doesn't have elite punching power. Let's be honest and unbiased. Chris Arreola outboxed Deontay Wilder for multiple rounds. Arthur Spilka outboxed Deontay Wilder for multiple rounds. These guys don't have elite punching power. They all have power, and any heavyweight could potentially hurt or stop you because they're all big men, but they don't have elite punching power, so it's harder for them to get you out of there in a timely manner. And that's why Deontay Wilder was able to clip these guys, because the right hand found them, because they were reliant on outboxing Deontay Wilder, but not having the tools or abilities to stop him right away early enough before the right hand finds you. Now, the reason why Deontay Wilder wants absolutely no parts of Anthony Joshua is because Anthony Joshua doesn't need to outbox Deontay Wilder for 12 rounds. Anthony Joshua doesn't need to go the distance with Deontay Wilder. Anthony Joshua will end that fight in a stoppage, and I believe it'll be within the first 4 to 5 rounds. I honestly do believe that. I'm even leaning towards the first 3 rounds. I think it'll be probably the easiest fight of Anthony Joshua's career, because if you look at it like this, Anthony Joshua has to come in the first round. I can see that being a very close round, not much action, both guys being cautious. The second round, I think Anthony Joshua starts throwing bombs. So does Deontay Wilder, because they're both desperate to get the win. But I think the fact that Anthony Joshua knows what he's doing, he'll either clip him in the second, third, or fourth round and stop Deontay Wilder. And the reason why I don't believe Wilder would catch him that early and stop Joshua is it's very simple. If you look at Deontay Wilder against a decent opponent, he needs at least 5 rounds to figure the guy out. So, for example, when he fought Gerald Washington, he needed 5 rounds to figure him out. Yes, he beat Bermane Stiverne in 1 round. But when he fought Bermane Stiverne prior, it took him 12 rounds. So this will be the first time in a fight against an elite level opponent, he's going to need at least 5 rounds to be able to have that right hand fighting, because he doesn't have elite technical abilities. I mean, let's take a look at Deontay Wilder's track record. So Gerald Washington 5 rounds, Chris Arreola 8 rounds, Arthur Szpilka 9 rounds, and these guys aren't half the fighter that Anthony Joshua is. So just Chris Arreola, Arthur Szpilka, Johan Duhaupas 11 rounds, Eric Molina 9 rounds. None of these guys have the elite level power or boxing ability of Anthony Joshua. This proves you don't have to be a Tyson Fury to outbox Deontay Wilder, but you do need to be an Anthony Joshua to have the elite punching power to get Wilder out of there within the first 5 rounds. That's the key to victory, and that's ultimately why Deontay Wilder is in no rush to make that fight with Anthony Joshua. He feels like he won't get stopped against Tyson Fury. He feels like he'd rather take his chances in a rematch with Fury to make a big payday and then cash out against Anthony Joshua. He does not want to fight anyone that dangerous. That's why all these biased, fake new media channels, all these lying, as far as they're liars, LDBC fangirl channels are all out here promoting and hyping Deontay Wilder, and it's all very simple and basic. You have to understand and be honest and unbiased as to why they're doing this, is because they're pumping up Deontay Wilder because they know he just simply is looking to cash out. He knows he's not on these guys' level. He knows he's not elite. He only has that one shot, and if you get to him before he can land that shot, his night will end very, very early. That's why they're pumping him up, because they fanboy for this guy. They want to push him to be the best. They have a narrative and agenda for every PBC fighter only. They only prop up the PBC like it's the greatest thing since sliced bread, and Deontay Wilder is the greatest heavyweight champion. You even heard these same fanboys saying that, Deontay Wilder is better than Vladimir Klitschko. Deontay Wilder is better than Tyson Fury. Deontay Wilder is better than Anthony Joshua. And yet all of these fighters have done something that Deontay Wilder has not: beat a world champion. You have to understand and be 100% unbiased and honest, is that Deontay Wilder is a garbage boxer with one right hand shot. He's a one trick pony, and he has a fragile hand at that. So you have to be honest and unbiased that Anthony Joshua is probably the most hated man by all these fake biased media channels, for the simple fact that he will expose their champion as a fraud. Once again, it's the Ibfp, unbiased. As always, please share, like, and you must absolutely subscribe.